What is up, guys? In this video we're going to be having a look at Bitcoin and a few altcoins that can potentially explode, but mainly Bitcoin and some upcoming events like CPI, inflation data, and interest rate reports that could really expose or make Bitcoin pump to the moon. So if you guys like these videos, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, leave a like, turn those notification bells on so you guys never miss a video. So having a look at Bitcoin diamond pattern real quick. You can see right here that Bitcoin did break out of the diamond pattern and now it is currently pumping back up and retesting the resistance right here. Now this resistance is a very, very important resistance. In order for us to have a massive altcoin season, we're going to need to make a move to $30,000, and I'm going to get to that in just a second. But having a look at the diamond pattern, we can see that if you take the top to the bottom of the diamond pattern and then you make a break to the upside, our target is supposed to be $30,000. Now if you make that to the downside, our target is supposed to be $25,540. So $25,540. As you guys can see right here on the right side of my screen, the whole market is pretty much boring and red, and nothing too crazy is actually happening right now at the very moment. If we have a look at the exponential moving average real quick, we can see that Bitcoin is in fact still above the EMA ribbons, which is looking very good. Things are still looking very bullish on Bitcoin on the daily time frame. So ever since we broke above it right here, we actually have been trending sideways, just consolidating. Nothing too crazy overall has been happening. The market has been pretty boring overall. Now, why am I saying that $30,000 is a very key area in order for Bitcoin to essentially turn into a massive altcoin season? Well, right here we have a support region. We're going to make a very fast walkthrough. Right here we have another support region. Now these two support actually flipped into a resistance, which is right here. So as you guys can see right here, this is a strong resistance, and the reason why is because this was a support. So the bulls and the bears are going to be like, wait, we had a conflict area right here. We had a point control at this area. So you know what? We're going to be shorting at this area. But the big question is, are the bulls going to be strong enough to break above this area right here? Now, if we have a look, we have another conflict right here and another one right here. So this area actually flips into a resistance. Okay, you can see right here that this is a resistance. All of this green line is a resistance. Okay, so things are looking okay. We have a conflict right here and some conflict right here. Now, if Bitcoin does manage to close above this resistance, which would be above $30,000, that would be very good. Now, of course, we're gonna need to see some volume happening and some volume exploding towards the top side, right? Because if we have a look right here, we can see that the volume is dying. I mean, in the past few weeks, 1, 2, 3, 4, in the past 3 weeks, the volume has been dying and people aren't trading. This is the 4th week, or entering the 4th week of consolidation. Things have been pretty boring and kind of slow, and that's about it. Now this is the altcoin index chart right here. As you guys can see, altcoin season index, we got altcoin month and altcoin year. Altcoin month is actually sitting at an all-time low, sitting at 2. Okay, and we got the altcoin season index chart sitting at 14. Okay, now this is historical because usually when we come below this area right here, we usually have a massive pump. Now if we have a look at altcoin month, we know that historically every time we come below 2 or 0, as you guys can see, altcoins usually bounce back. So we saw a bounce right here, we saw a bounce right here, we saw another one right here in June 22, we saw another one on November. We keep seeing these bounces, and historically it hasn't been this low since 2019. And guess what happened in 2019? We entered a massive altcoin season, at least against Bitcoin, not against the dollar, and then we exploded. And of course in 2020, which was right here, if you guys remember, that was really the mega altcoin pump. That's when Matic went 200x, and that's when Solana exploded and AVAX and everything really exploded. It was around right here. Now if we have a look at the fear or greed meter index, we can see right here that fear or greed is currently sitting at 57. Okay, crypto 62, stock market 57. Now crypto is really what we want to look at. We can see right here that the greed meter is currently sitting at 62. Now usually right here when we're in the green, that's usually very bad, but because Bitcoin is consolidating right now, that's usually means we're at 62. So things are looking okay. If we have a look at Bitcoin, up 28,000. Now upcoming events is important, guys. We got CPI inflation coming up in 2 days. We got GDP advance estimate coming up the end of the month, and of course towards next month, the end of next month, we obviously have the Fed meeting, and we have two meetings actually back to back essentially, and monthly unemployment record, which is not so crazy important in my opinion, but the unemployment right now is currently sitting at 3.5, and that's about it. So this is obviously going to be very, very important, especially the CPI and interest rate, because if Feds decide to raise the interest rate, that's most likely going to tank crypto. People are most likely going to flee to the dollar essentially as a store of value instead of going to risky assets such as gold, Bitcoin, and stock. So this is going to be something interesting and to look forward to and to watch and keep an eye on, because you don't want to see higher interest rate. Now the Feds did say that they won't be raising interest rate anymore, so that's that. Now regarding inflation, we know that we have quantitative easing happening right now, so that means that inflation might be coming to a higher high right now. It could be higher than 6%. I know a lot of people are expecting 5% or even below 5%, but we are seeing quantitative easing happening right now, so maybe it might be lower, below 5% this month or the previous month. But this month right now, because the Feds are printing a lot of money, we could see QE really take it to the upside, which means inflation would have upward momentum, which would essentially bring Bitcoin maybe to the upside, because we know what happened last year or 2 years ago when we saw QE, right? We saw Bitcoin exploding. And right here, this is essentially when the Feds is talked about quantitative easing. It was when there was the COVID lockdown, and there was a whole FUD all over the market, and guess what happened? Things essentially exploded. So we're gonna have to see overall where this market goes. Things have been very, very boring, and I hope this week we're gonna see either a break to the upside or some sort of answer, break to the downside. I'm hoping for a break to the upside. If you guys like this video, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, leave a like, and I will see you guys in my next video.